for everyone. I'm Carol. I'm glad you've joined our community. Check out the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage. It has easy access to the videos about the body area you want to work on, or the amount of time you have for your yoga practice today, or if you want to stay seated, or if you want to stand more. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. It is free and we'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment. Now in today's practice, we're going to explore poses for a healthy life to boost your strength, balance, and mental well-being. So you'll need a chair, and you'll also need a yoga block. Now, if you don't have a block, you can substitute a big book, or you can just do the class without it. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to start by moving forward in our chair. So we're not leaning back, okay? Think about pulling your belly in, lengthening nice and long, crown of the head to the ceiling. Pull those shoulders back. Let's place our hands lightly on the thighs. We're going to flip our palms up to the ceiling. Close your eyes or soften your eyes. Connect to your heart center. So just feeling your natural breath here. So your natural inhalation and exhalation. And now we're going to move that breath, and we're going to inhale for 4 counts and we'll exhale for 5 counts. So it'll be something like this. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Bring your hands down to your thighs and open your eyes. So we're going to look to the right. And then I want you to bring your gaze down. So it's down kind of over that right shoulder. Now we're going to lift our head back up and then bring that gaze back to the center. Okay? So now we're going to go to the other side. So we're going to look over to that other side, and then I want you to look down. You feeling the stretch in that neck? I am. Go ahead and look up, and then we're going to bring our gaze center. All right, so we're going to do that again, and I want you to see, so you're going to bring your head just as far as it'll go comfortably and naturally, but then I want you to see if you can take your gaze just a little bit further and down. So it's a little, just the work on the eyes only, okay? So let's first of all bring our gaze across our body, and then we're going to take the eyes only and see if we can go just a little further and then down. Just changes it up a little bit, right? Okay, let's go ahead and release that and face forward. And then we're going to do it one more time on the other side. So we're going to look across first. Take the gaze a little further if that works okay for you, and then look down. So a little different neck stretch here. Feels a little bit different. One more breath. Release that and face forward. Okay, very good. So we're still forward in our chair, right? And we're going to grab the back of our chair, okay? So, or you can just place them, it's probably better just to set them in the seat of the chair and not necessarily grab it, so we don't want any tension in those hands. So let's just rest our hands in the seat of the chair behind you. And I want you to lift your heart and squeeze those shoulder blades back behind you. So there's a slight lift of the chin, okay? Now, we're going to drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. So it's a little different feeling stretch for that neck, right? So don't worry about how far that ear comes down, how far the head comes down towards the shoulder. Just do what feels good for you. Don't force anything, right? All right, and let's lift up, and then we're going to do that other side. So this is an active upper body. We're really squeezing our shoulder blades back behind us, okay? So don't relax those shoulders. We're really working that. Okay, one more breath here, and then we're going to bring that head back center, and we're going to release that. Just move those shoulders a little bit forward and back. Does that feel okay? Oh, I felt that in my neck and my upper shoulders. I felt a little bit in my, like right in that collarbone area. Did you feel that? Woof, that was a good one. Okay, so we're going to move into our cow pose. We're going to take our thumbs to the back wall, and we're going to lift up through the heart. So maybe open up through the throat just a little bit. Feel that stretch. Now, we're going to bring our hands down to our lap. Elbows are wide, round the spine, tuck the chin. So the key to this one really for me is letting that head really fall. So I'm not holding my head up. I'm really letting that head fall down. And let's do that again. Thumbs to the back wall, opening up. Feeling that stretch through the upper chest, right? Upper arms even, lifting up through the throat. And then we're going to round down into that cat pose. So don't worry about the breath. We're going to add that breath here in just a second. Feel that stretch. Just breathe naturally. All right, are we ready? We're going to inhale into cow pose. And we're going to exhale into cat pose. Let's do that again. Inhale into cow pose. And exhale into cat pose. One more time. Inhale, up we go. And exhale, down we go. And release. All right. Very, very good. So we're going to come to an extended mountain. So we're going to lengthen our hands up towards the ceiling, all right? Really lengthening those arms up. Now, we're just going to lean, all right? So just feel that stretch as you lean. Make sure you keep both sits bones down on that chair. Our feet are grounded to the earth, right? Feel that connection. And up we go, and then we're going to lean our mountain the other way. Okay? So feeling our side waist is stretching, but it's working. Our abdominals are working here. Keep that belly button to spine and lift up. And let's bring those hands down and take just a moment. Okay, so that's a great version. And remember in my class, you never have to add on, right? So don't ever feel like you've got to add on. But if you want a little bit more, we're going to extend our arms up to the ceiling. We're going to bring our palms together. Then pointer finger is going to come to the ceiling. So palms are together. I'm interlacing my finger, and I'm going to leave that pointer finger up to the ceiling, okay? Now, pull those shoulders down. Belly stays tight. We're going to lean our mountain. All right? And let's come up. And then we're going to lean our mountain the other way. And we're going to come up. Let's inhale here. Exhale as you lean. Inhale. Exhale as you come up. Inhale. Exhale as you lean. Inhale. Exhale as you come up. Let's bring the hands down. We've got one more little add-on here. Take a moment. If you want to add a twist, we're going to add a twist. All right, so up we go. Interlace your finger, pointer finger to the ceiling. Extend those arms up. We're going to lean. You do the breath if you wish. And then we're going to twist and look up. And we're going to take the twist out. And up we go. And then we're going to lean the other way. And we're going to twist and look up at that ceiling. If you don't want the yoga breath, just breathe your natural breath. Take that twist out. Come up. Let's do it one more time. Lean and twist. I know, I feel it too. Take the twist out. Up we go. Last one, last side. Lean. We're twisting. Take that twist out. Up we go. And release. All right. Excellent work. Okay, so next is a crescent lunge. We're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it. Okay, so you've got one knee facing me and you've got one knee facing out. Now, the knee that's facing me, we're going to drop that one down towards the floor. I'm turning in my chair. Do you see how now I'm facing out this way? Push that foot back behind you a little bit. If you can be up on that back toe, that's great. A little stretch for the foot. So I'm going to look over my front leg, and I'm going to have my heart lifted. So I'm not leaning forward, and my heart's lifted, feeling a stretch right here. Do you feel that? Okay, let's release the knee and take just a moment. Now let's do that again. So pushing that foot back just a little bit. Think about kind of kneecap presses up towards the ceiling. The back of the kneecap presses up towards the ceiling. That's a good little way to think about it as well. And then let's release it, and let's do it one more time. Ready? I know. Nice little stretch for that quadricep and hip flexor there. Let's release that, face forward. Okay? Now we're going to go to the other side. All right? So we're going to take that left knee and we're going to open it. So take just a moment here. Feel the stretch on those inner thighs. Okay, we're going to let that right knee fall down towards the floor. If it feels okay, you're going to push that foot back just a little bit. You'll be up on those back toes. All right? Now turn and face over that front knee. My heart is lifted, right? I'm not leaning forward. So I'm lifted up, feeling the stretch in this quadricep and hip flexor here. If you'll relax this glute, you'll also feel a little more stretch. Okay, let's release it, and then we're going to do that again. Oh yeah, so back of the kneecap kind of presses up towards the ceiling. Let's release it, and we're going to do it one more time. Here we go. Press it. Lift. One more breath. All right. Let's face forward. And grab a sip of water. We're going to come to standing behind our chair. And we're going to move into goddess pose. So we'll take a heel, toe, heel, toe. So we want those feet wide, and we want the toes to be at a diagonal, okay? Now we're going to bend at the knees, and we want the knees to be in alignment with the toes, okay? So I'm adjusting my feet just a little bit. I'm going to bend my knees, and I want my hips, knees, and toes to be in alignment, okay? All right. So now I'm going to take one hand and I'm going to place it on my heart, and I'm going to take the other hand and I'm going to place it on my belly. Let's take some deep breaths in here. Let's do one more. Now straighten your legs. Let's heel toe those feet in a little bit. Now if you have your block, let's go ahead and grab that block and place it in the seat of our chair. If you don't have the block, don't worry about it. Okay, so we give our legs just a little bit of a break. We're going to do that again. So we're going to do a heel, toe, right? So we're going to move back into goddess pose. So bend your knees, shoot your hips back. So we want those knees to stay behind the toes. Come back down into your goddess legs, whatever that means for you. If you can go a little deeper, see if you can, right? You don't have to. All right, now we're going to grab our block. Let's grab it in the right hand, okay? So you'll notice I'm holding it on the bottom part, and you'll see why here in just a second. If you don't have the block, you're just going to do the arm motion without the block. Okay, can you get any deeper into your goddess? See if you can. All right, we're going to bring that block up overhead, and then we're going to grab it with the other hand, and we're going to open. So we're just transferring that block. All right, ready? Up we go. Transfer the block to the other hand and down. Let's do it one more time. Up we go. Well, we got to do both sides though, right? So I say one time, and it generally means two. Up we go and down. Let's go ahead and straighten the legs, set the block down, and come in. Okay, take a moment. So we're going to do that again, just like that, one final time. And I just want to see if you can get any deeper into that goddess pose, okay? Just see if you can. All right, here we go. It's a heel, toe. Okay, So get everything set, feel like you're in alignment, bend the knees, shoot the hips back. Maybe you get deeper into that squat. Just see if you can. Okay, now we're going to start with that left hand. All right, are we ready? Goddess arms. Here we go. Up. Transfer that block to the other hand, or if you don't have the block, you're just touching your hands together overhead. Ready? Here we go. Up. Can you get any deeper? I know. I feel it too. Inner thighs are working. Quadriceps are working. Up we go. Belly tight and open. Let's do it one more on each side. Up. Grab that block and open. Last time. Up. Grab that block. Open. Straighten the legs. Oh, and heel toes. How did that feel? Was that pretty good? Okay. The next thing we're going to do is thread the needle. And I think you're going to stay behind your chair facing me. I think I'm going to turn my chair to the side just so you can see it a little bit better. I think it's a little easier for you to see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my hands on my chair and I'm going to take just a little step back so my arms are long. Now, I'm going to take my right arm and I'm going to rotate up. And as I'm rotating up, I'm going to bend my left knee. Do you see what I'm doing there? So my right arm is coming up towards the ceiling and my left knee is bending. Then I'm going to bring that arm down. Palm is going to face up. My left leg straightens. And now as I come through, I'm going to bend my right knee and I'm going to rotate through. And then I'm going to come up and I'm going to do that again. So the idea here is you're kind of stacking your ribs. You know, one set of ribs on top of the other set of ribs. So don't forget you're going to bend that left knee. And then we're going to come through, straighten that left leg, bend the right knee, and now the opposite ribs are stacking on top. And then we're going to come through, and we're going to do that one more time. Final time. Bending the left knee, arm comes up, come through, twist, up we go. We're bending that right knee now, and then up we go. Okay. Does that feel all right? Let's do the other side. So now my right hand is going to stay on the block, on the chair. I'm going to bend my right knee, and I'm going to rotate that left arm up towards the ceiling. And then I'm going to rotate it through, straightening that right leg. Now my left knee bends as I rotate through. You getting it? And let's do that again. Up we go. Stack those ribs and bring it through. And we're going to do one more. Here we go. We got this. Up we go. You should be feeling the side waist working really hard. And rotate through. And release. All right. Excellent, excellent work. So we're going to do a quadruped. This is a little variation of a quadruped, okay? So if you've been with me before, you know we've done it with our hands in the seat of the chair. Today we're going to do it from behind our chair. Again, I'm going to stay to the side so you can see me better. But you're going to be behind your chair and you're going to take a little step back. Now, I want you to extend your arm. So your left arm is just going to kind of rest here on the chair, and those right toes are going to come back. Okay? So this is a version of quadruped. So your standing knee is straight. You can bend the knee a little bit just to give I don't want you to lock the knee out, but it's basically a straight leg, and that back leg you're back on those back toes. Okay? All right, let's bring that leg up, and let's just do the other side and see how it feels. Okay? So my back is straight, so I'm not hunched over, right? My back is nice and long, and my back is straight, and then let's come up. Okay. So now what we're going to do, and that's a great version right there. If you want to stick with that, that is absolutely fine. But if you're with me, what we're going to do is we're going to lean forward, and that leg is going to lift up back behind us. But we've still got our hand here, giving us a little bit of support, a little stability. But if you'll be on the knife edge of that palm of that hand, you're not gonna be grabbing the chair, right? You're gonna have to work some balance, so belly tight. All right, here we go. So we're gonna take that left hand on the chair. I'm gonna step back just a little bit. I think I need to step back just a little bit. And then we're gonna take those right toes back. Okay? So this hand is just kind of down here. It's maybe back here by this leg, but it's not holding the chair, okay? All right, front leg is straight. Here we go. So we're gonna lean forward. You'll notice how this hand is gonna slide just a little bit on that chair, and then we're gonna lift that back leg up. All right, belly is tight. We have one more breath. Let's put the leg down, come up, and then we're going to do the other side. Arm is on the chair, back leg, we step back into those toes to start with, then we're going to lift that leg up. That arm is going to slide forward just a little bit, but it's giving us some stability. We're still working balance for 3 and 2 and 1. Put that leg down, come up. We're going to do that again on each side. All right, ready? Here we go. Extend, lengthen, lift. One more breath. Put that leg down, lift up. Other side. Extend. And up. Now we're going to do it one final time. I know it's a little bit of a flow here, right? Just a little bit of a flow. And up we go. We're going to do the other side. And up we go and release. So a little variation of a quadruped. All right, very, very good. Okay, so now we're going to come to the side of our chair. And I want you to have your block handy. That we're going to be using that here in just a second, okay? All right, so we're going to, this is a standing triangle with a block. So we're going to start in our warrior 1. We'll face our chair, and we're going to take the leg next to the back of the chair and take a little step under, so that foot is under the chair, and when you bend your knee, your shin touches, okay? Or your knee, whatever. Now, the other leg is going to take a step back, okay? Bring those hips forward, bend that front knee. So the front knee is bent here. Pull that belly in, lengthen through your tailbone, bring your hands to heart. Okay, inhale here, exhale, bring those hands up to the ceiling. Now, starting with your outside hand, you're going to rotate it around to a warrior 2. Again, front knee is bent, right? Okay, now we're going to straighten that front leg, and we're going to bring the upper body over towards the chair. See how this hip is hiking up a little bit? Bring it over towards the chair, bring it over towards the chair, and now we're going to place our hand in the seat of the chair. If you've got your block and you want to have it on the block, that's great. If you just want to have it in the seat of the chair, that's awesome. Front leg is straight. You should be feeling that leg stretching quite a bit. Relax your glutes. One more breath here. Let's bend that front knee. Let's come up to warrior 1. Warrior 2, excuse me. One more breath here, and let's just take a little break. Okay, we're going to stay on this side, and what we're going to do is we're going to add the block on the floor. So instead of, when we get into our triangle pose, instead of our hand being on the chair, it's going to be on the block, okay? And if you don't have the block, you can either just keep it in the chair, in the hand in the chair, or you can bring your hand down to your leg, okay? Either is fine. So let's go ahead, and we're going to start with the leg next to the back of the chair. Bend that knee, right? Take that little step back with that other foot. Heel is down. Foot is at that 45-degree angle. Bring your hips around to face the chair. Bend the front knee. Bring your hands to heart, okay? So we're starting in warrior 1 again. Let's inhale to prepare, and as we exhale, we're going to extend our arms up to that full warrior 1 pose. Now, starting with your right arm, you're going to windmill around to that warrior 2. Okay? Front knee is still bent now. Now we're going to straighten our front leg. Upper body is going to come over the chair. It's going to come over the chair. It just won't go any further, and then you're going to bring your hand down either to the seat of the chair or to your block. Now here's the thing. If you've got your hand to the block, everybody, the hand that's in the air, I want you to put it on your waist, and I want you to lift your heart up. So I don't want us to be here to get the hand down to the block. I'd rather you have your hand in the chair and be lifted up. Does that make sense? Use your abdominals to keep yourself lifted. So we're not letting ourselves collapse down into that. Now, if you want to extend that arm, you can. You don't have to. We have one more breath here. We're going to bend our front knee and we're going to press back into that warrior two. There's a little power move there. One more breath here and release. Okay, how'd that feel? We got to do the other side now. So grab your block and let's come to the other side. So we're going to start with it just sitting in the seat of the chair, and we'll move it where we need it in a minute. So the leg next to the back of the chair is the one we're going to take a little step under, bend that knee so that it touches, just so you know you're close enough to the chair to grab it if you need it, and for us to put our hand in it. Other leg is going to step back, heel is down. Hips face the chair, so they're going to kind of want to be at a diagonal. See if you can make those hips move around. You might even heel toe your front foot out just a little bit to give those hips a little more grace. That's fine. Bring your hands to heart. Now, think about pulling your belly in, lengthening through the tailbone. So we want to pull that weight. We don't want the weight to be forward. We want that weight to be, it should be in the center of the body, but if you think about it being back, you're probably right in alignment. Bring your hands to heart. Can we bend that front knee anymore? Relax the glutes back here. Okay, inhale to prepare. Exhale, fingertips to ceiling. Notice how I pull my shoulders down out of my ears. All right, inhale to prepare. Exhale, we're going to move to that warrior two. All right, excellent work. Okay, are we ready? We're going to straighten our front leg. We're going to move over our chair. We're going to move over that chair. And we're going to move over that chair. And then we're going to place that hand down in the seat of the chair, lifting up through the chest. Triangle pose. One more breath. Bend the front knee. Come back to that warrior two. Now, take this back arm. We're going to windmill around to that warrior one again. We're going to reach down and grab our block, and we're going to place it on the inside of that leg. Here we are in warrior one. We've got our block on that floor. We know we can use our leg. We know we can use the chair. Inhale to prepare. Exhale at warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Move the upper body over the chair. Move it over the chair. And it won't go any further. Then we're going to place our hand on that block or on our leg or in the seat of the chair. Open up that heart. Take the hand that's in the air, place it on your waist. Lift that heart a little bit higher and extend. One more breath. Bend the front knee. Press back into that warrior two. One more breath here. And release. Excellent work. Go ahead and have a seat. And grab a sip of water. We're going to come to standing on the right side of our chair. And we're going to be facing our chair. Your feet are about hip distance apart. So we're going to be doing a forward fold series. Now, I'm going to hinge right at the hips very slowly. And I'm going to place my hands in the seat of the chair. Now, if that's, a little much, you can have your block here and you can have your hands on that block. Okay, so that's fine. So whatever feels good for you, we're going to try to let that heart fall forward. So for right now, let's not worry about tucking our chin and letting our head fall. Let's go ahead and keep our head above our heart. So we're just, as we come down, we're just keeping the back flat. And really feeling a good stretch into the backs of the legs, okay? We have one more breath here. Now, feel free to bend those knees and roll up into a standing position, okay? All right, so that one is a really, really good version. If you want a little bit more, we're going to be using our block. So we're going to step away a little bit from the chair, and I'm going to place my block between my feet. And I'm going to have it on that number 3 position, right? So that tallest position. So we're going to do the same thing. Just hinging right here at the hips, we're going to come forward. And we're going to place our hands on the block now. And again, let's just keep our heart lifted for right now. We'll come into a version here in a minute where we kind of let the head fall. But for right now, let's just keep our head above our heart and just letting the heart fall forward for a good stretch into the back of those legs. Let's bend the knees and we'll roll up again. Okay, so hold that chair. All right, is that feeling all right? We're going to do that now with the block on that next lower position. So we're just kind of building into this one. So we're going to hinge forward again. Remember, your hands can be on that chair if that's feeling better for you. If you don't have the block, you're just going to have your hands resting on your legs, okay? And you're just kind of walking your hands down your legs. So we're feeling the stretch. I don't know about you. I'm certainly feeling it in my hamstrings, but I'm even getting a little bit into my back now. So from here, if it feels okay, we're just simply going to move that block down that last position. Now, go ahead and see if it feels okay. Let your head fall. I'm looking now between my legs behind me. We're going to release the block and we're going to grab our elbows. So hanging out here for just a moment, feeling the stretch. Now, bend your knees pretty generously and see if we can transfer the stretch from the hamstrings to the back. Okay? So now I've got my knees bent. I'm still bent over my legs. I've got my elbows and I'm in ragdoll. Let's nod our head yes. Shake our head no. Nod our head yes. Drop your hands back to the block. Bend the knees pretty generously. Hold on to your chair as you roll up into a standing position. So you might be a little bit with that head down below your heart. You might be a little dizzy, so just hang on to that block. Hang on to the block. Hang on to the chair for just a moment. Okay. All right. Really, really good. Now, we're going to do something. It's straddle forward fold, so it's similar, but we're going to have our feet a little bit wide. Okay. So we're facing our chair. We're going to do a heel toe and a heel toe. Okay. You know what? And let's do a heel. So my toes are pointing out. So this is going to get a little bit more into the side of those legs. Does that make sense? Did I make any sense at all? So my feet are wide. My toes are pointing this way. Instead of at a diagonal, all 10 toes are pointing forward. Okay. So now I'm going to hinge forward again, and I'm going to place my hands in the seat of the chair. Bend your elbows a little bit if you wish. Keep the back flat, so I'm still keeping my head above my heart. All right, so I'm going to bend one knee and I'm going to revolve the opposite direction. So I'm revolving, opening up. And then I'm going to come down, place my hands in that chair, and then I'm going to bend the other knee and revolve the other way. So the inner thigh is really working here, and down we go. And let's do that one more time. So bending that opposite knee as I revolve my straddle forward fold. And come down, and we're going to do that again on the other side. Down we go. Let's straighten the legs and heel toe in. Okay, did that feel okay? So we're going to do that one more time. And then if you want to have a little bit more, instead of your hands in the seat of the chair, you can have your hands on the block. So again, I want you to do what feels good for you, right? So let's heel, toe, heel, heel. Hinge forward. Maybe the hands are resting on the block. Maybe the hands are resting in the chair. Maybe the hands are resting on your legs, right? Okay, we're going to bend this opposite knee as we revolve the other direction, okay? So the opposite knee of the direction you're revolving. It doesn't matter which. And then down we go. And then revolve the knee, bend the knee and open up the other way. And down we go. Let's do that again. Open. And down. Last time, last side. Open. And down. Go ahead and hold your chair, lift up, and heel toe those feet in together. Okay. Very, very good. So let's just set our block in our chair if you have it, and then we'll come back to it in just a moment. So we're going to work into dancer pose. And dancer pose is a balance pose, but I'm going to give you lots and lots of options, okay? So don't panic here with thinking, oh my goodness, here I've got balance. So I would step back just a little bit so that the seat of that, or the back of that chair, you've got your hand just resting on the back of that chair. Now, you're going to take the leg next to the chair. I tell you what, let's just start with the arms. We're not even going to add the legs yet. Let's just do the arms first. We're going to take this hand and we're just going to lift it up. My feet are on the floor. And then we're going to bring that hand down. And then we're going to do that again. So all I'm doing is I'm lifting that arm up. Okay? Palm is facing in. If you can look up at it, that's fine. Don't feel like you have to. And down. Okay. Now, the first add-on is that same leg. We're just going to take a step forward and we're going to lift that arm up. And down we go. Let's do that again. Step it forward. And back we go. We're going to do that one more time. Step it forward. And up we go. Okay. Now, if you have your block, you're going to set that block down. And instead of stepping forward, we're going to place our toes on that block. And then we're going to lift. Okay? And down. And then we're going to do that again. So just see how that feels. And down. Okay. Now, if you want the final version of this pose, I'm going to set my block aside. I'm going to hold on to my chair. Now, I'm switching legs. Okay? So I know it's a little funky. But I'm switching legs. And I'm going to slide. I'm going to bring that knee up into a tabletop position. Okay? I'm going to slide my arm down the thigh, across the knee, along the shin. I'm going to grab my ankle and I'm going to bring that knee down. So notice how my knees are even with one another. Then if you want to, you're going to let go of the chair and you're going to lift your arm up. There's a beautiful version of dancer pose. One more breath. Down we go and release. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay, so remember the first thing we do, we want to be back so that kind of the back of that chair is right here and even with us. And we're going to take just the arm and we're going to lift it up. So it's the arm next to the chair and we're going to bring it down. And let's do that again. We're just going to lift that arm up. And we're going to bring it down. Okay, let's add that step. So this is the leg. We're going to just step it forward. We're up on those back toes. And step it back. Let's do that again. Step it forward. Lift that arm up. And step it back. Let's do one more like that. Up. And back. Okay, now if you've got your block, if you want to set that block down, you're going to place those toes on that block. So now we're less stable, right? And we're going to lift that arm up. Pull your belly in, right? Let's do that again. Lift that arm up. And down. Can we do that one more time? Lift that arm up. And down. Okay. And then if you want the final version, I know we switch legs now. Hold that chair to start with. You're going to bring that knee up to that tabletop position. Your hand is going to slide along the thigh, over the knee, down the shin, grab your ankle, Drop that knee down so both knees are even with one another. Pull that belly in as tight as you can. Let go of the chair and extend that arm out. One more breath. Grab that chair and down we go. Very good dancer poses, everybody. Okay, so we're going to come to the other side of our chair. And we're going to be doing a heel, toe, heel, toe. So we're going to move into our goddess legs, okay? So we're going to bend our knees, shoot your hips back, hold on to that chair. All right, so here we are. This is horse pose. We've got our goddess legs here. We're going to clasp our hands behind our back and push those knuckles down towards the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. And then we're going to lift those hands up behind us as we lean forward. So my hands are coming up behind me. I've actually got my block in my chair. I didn't plan that, but it kind of feels good to rest my head on my block. One more breath and up we go. Our hands are going to come back down behind you. Release that and heel toe those feet in together. So I don't know if you probably couldn't see what I was doing because you were down in humble horse, but I had my block here, and then it just peeked at me real quick. So as I came down, my head just kind of rested on my block, and it actually felt kind of good. So if you want to do that, you can. If you don't have the block and your head can come down and rest to the seat of the chair, that might be a good option too. But don't force it, right? If that's too much, getting the head down, don't force it. It's not worth it. Okay, but we're going to do it again. So here we go. Heel, toe, heel, toe. So my feet are at a diagonal, okay? So hips, knees, and feet are in alignment. Feet are at a diagonal. So I'm going to bend my knees as I shoot my hips back behind me, okay? Moving into those goddess legs. So notice how my heart stays lifted. Clasp the hands behind your back. Push those knuckles down towards the floor. Open up through that chest. Now I'm going to let my heart fall forward as my hands come up behind me. Maybe my forehead touches the block. Maybe it touches the chair. It doesn't have to touch either. Doesn't matter. We have one more breath here. Now begin to let your hands come back down to the back. Straighten those legs up. Lift your heart up. And release. How did that feel? Heel toe your feet in together. I know that was a challenging one for sure. Okay, so we're going to move into cat and cow behind our chair. Okay, so we are going to have our feet just right here behind the chair, and they are about the distance of the legs of the chair. We're going to bring our arms up and bring your hands back behind your head and open up through those shoulders, okay? So this is a version of cow pose, lifting up through the heart. Now, we're going to roll down, bring your elbows in, and just hold on to the back of that head as you let that head fall. Inhale, we're going to lift our upper body up. Elbows are going to come wide, looking up slightly. Inhale here. Exhale, come down. Your elbows are going to come down towards the floor. You're not pulling on the head though, okay? So you're just letting that head come down, rounding that spine. All right, let's do that again. Lifting up, the shoulders come up. Squeeze those shoulder blades back behind, looking up. And then down we go. Hold and breathe. So you're holding the movement, but you're not holding the breath. Letting that head fall, feeling that stretch. One more breath. Hands to that chair. Go ahead and roll it up. Okay, let's have a seat. And grab a sip of water. So we're going to move a little forward in our chair, and we're going to bring that right knee up and into the chest. So nice long spine. So we're going to do a pointing and a flexing of that foot. So a point and a flex, and a point and a flex. And then we're going to rotate your ankle around and reverse that rotation. So now we're going to bring that knee up, and I want you to reach down and kiss your knee. Up we go, and then put that foot down. And let's do the other side. We're going to bring that knee up and in towards the chest. Nice long spine, don't round. We'll do a point and a flex, point and flex, point and flex. And then we'll do a rotation. And then reverse that rotation. Now I want you to round down and kiss your knee. And release. We're going to do the other side again. Bring it in, squeeze it. All right, now we're going to round down and see if you can get your forehead to that knee. Lift it up, put that foot down. We're going to go the other side. Bring it in, squeeze, long spine. Round, see if you can get your forehead to the knee. Lift and release. Okay, excellent. So we're going to grab behind that right thigh, pull it up. Now I want you to flex your foot, and I want you to extend the leg. Now place that foot on the floor, and then we're going to bend the knee, and we're going to do that again. Start under the thigh, bring it in, flex, extend, place the foot on the floor, and release. Let's do the other side. Bring it in, squeeze, flex, extend, foot to the floor, bend the knee. Let's do it again. Bring the knee up and in, flex the foot, extend the leg, place that foot on the floor, bend the knee, and take a break. Okay, so that's a great version. But what we're going to do now is we're going to add on, and we're not going to hold the leg. Okay, so instead of holding the leg, we're just going to have our hands resting lightly on our thighs. If you really need to hold the chair, that's okay. But if you can do it without holding the chair, give it a try. Make your abdominals work. Here we go. Lift, flex, extend, heel down, bend the knee, and let's switch sides. Lift, flex the foot, push through the heel, place the heel on the floor, bend the knee, and let's do that again. Lift, flex, push, heel down, bend the knee, other side. Lift, flex, push, heel down, bend the knee. Okay, so the final thing, we're going to lift, flex, push, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Place the heel on the floor, bend the knee, other side. Lift, flex the foot, push through the heel, hold, 3, 2, 1, bend the knee, put the foot on the floor. Last time. Lift, flex, push, hold. Don't lean back. Make your abdominals work. Crown of the head to the ceiling, heel to the floor, bend the knee, other side. Last time. Flex, extend, hold, breathe. Heel down, bend the knee, and release. Okay, excellent work. We're going to bring our arms right here in front of us, like fist. We're going to open up, and then we're going to bring that arm in, and then we're going to open the other side, and we're going to bring that arm in. Let's do that one more time, just like that. Just the arms open and close and open. Now we're going to engage our inner and outer thighs and our abdominals, and that leg is going to come with. And close. And open. And close. Let's do that again. Open and close. Open and close. One more time. Open and close. Open and close. All right, very, very good. We're going to move into crescent lunge. So we're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it wide, and we're going to let our left knee fall down towards the floor. Push that foot back behind you, up on those back toes. We're going to look over this front leg and we're going to open our arms nice and wide. Right arm on top, we're going to hug ourselves. Feel that squeeze. Open up those arms. Left arm on top. Feel the squeeze. One more breath. Open those arms up. Bring the hands down to the thighs and face forward. All right, let's extend that same leg out in front of us, lengthening through the spine. Walk your hands down the leg for pyramid pose, feeling the stretch on the back side of that leg, looking out and not down, and walk those hands up that leg. Let's do that again. Nice long spine. Down we go. One more breath here and walk those legs up. Okay, very good. Let's do the other side. So now that left knee is going to open. The right knee is going to fall towards the floor. We're going to push that foot back behind us. Look over that front knee, right? So looking forward, lifting up through that heart. Feel the stretch. Relax this glute, right? So we're feeling that stretch right in that front side of that leg. Okay, let's open up those arms and let's give ourselves a hug with that left arm on top. Hug yourself. Oh yeah, that should feel really good. And then we're going to open up those arms and we're going to hug ourselves with that other arm on top. Give it a hug, give it a hug, give it a hug. Release. Release that leg and face forward. Extend that right leg out now. Lengthen through the spine on an inhale. Exhale, we're going to walk our hands down that leg. Keep that back flat, looking out, not down. Feel a hamstring stretch. Pyramid pose. And we're going to roll it up. And let's do that again. Nice long spine on that inhale. Exhale, down we go. Oh yeah. And up we go. Very, very well done. Okay, we're going to sit back in our chair now. You can lean back. Hands are going to rest lightly on those thighs. Flip the palms up to the ceiling. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out.
Making a difference. Life, in all its forms, has made a difference long before you were around to see it. Vast stretches of hard, unyielding, volcanic rock were transformed into soft, fertile soil by the power of life. The oxygen that sustains you in every moment is constantly replenished by life itself. Much of the value in your world comes from the reality that life, in its very essence, makes a difference. Not only can you make a difference, you can choose what difference to make. Every day you make that choice, and every day it matters. You can positively affect the course of your own life and the lives around you. It is a magnificent opportunity and a great responsibility. What you think, what you choose, what you do, it all makes a difference far beyond what anyone can imagine. So it's best to make your choices based on love, wisdom, gratitude, respect, and generosity. All the time, you can make a difference. You do make a difference. What positive and uplifting difference will you make right now?
Take a deep breath in And a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with the hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug, pressing that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open the mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. And release. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. I am so very grateful for each and every one of you. Click the subscribe button, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.